afternoon and welcome back to Questioning Sense with me, Matt. Okay, lovely day today, just in from work, so time for a quick review and one I've been dying to do for quite a while. I've had this frag for a little while now. I've been wearing it far too much. I've become a bit addicted to it. So as you can see or probably guess, it's going to be quite a positive review, and it's from a house I adore, and it's the one and the only Montale Oudmazing. Look at that. What an do you know what? I really hate these bottles, especially this one. I mean, this is so misleading. I mean, the gold label bit's all right. The little jangly bit does really get on my wick. I don't like the sprayers, and this is black and gold and completely misleading to this scent. So there you go. Review over. No, I'm kidding. All right, so we're going to have a look at Oudmazing, which is from Montale. It came out in 2016, so as it's a Montale, it's going to be from the nose of Pierre Montale. And this is called Oudmazing, which is quite a boastful name for a fragrance, I think, anyway. So let's have a look at the notes, and what I'm wearing it as you would expect. So we'll give it a little spray now. Both hands. And then we'll have a look at the notes, and then I'll give you some feedback on my experiences of wearing it and what I actually think of it, and you know, whether it's going to be appropriate and who it's appropriate for. That sort of malarkey. Okay, so at the top we have Sicilian orange, Sicilian bergamot, aigud or oud, and then we have pear and we have fig. Then in the middle we have Egyptian jasmine, patchouli leaf, and my old friend Oris. And then at the base you have Madagascar vanilla, leather, white musk and grapes. So this arrived about a week ago, and it arrived kind of when I was sort of getting ready to go to work. So I rushed out, I applied it, over applied it, which is, you know, a common trait for me. Put it everywhere and then rushed off to work. Jumped on the bus and received a kind of compliment. A lady on the bus said to me, "Oh, your perfume's very nice, but it's very, very strong. Too strong for me." So thanks for that, love. And I get that, because what I didn't realise, I mean, I knew it was going to be quite a busy fragrance because, you know, there's a crazy amount of notes in there, and it's a Montale, and they're quite well known for their volume. And I have 5 Manceras, and this is my second Montale. And one thing they've all got in common, apart from perhaps Cedric Bois, is that they're all a bit screamy, and I should probably have you know, kind of thought about that before I applied it quite so liberally. So when you smell it, instantly, I'm kind of reminded of this, which is Al Haramain's Amber Oud Gold Edition. Now, the main difference straight away, I mean, they're both kind of a bit of a fruity sort of cocktail, but you know, Oudmazing is the name of this, and the first thing that differentiates these two is this has no oud or no oud smell in it at all, whereas Oudmazing actually does have that Mancera Montale sort of synthetic oud that they use to you know, with great success, I think, anyway. I love that oudy smell. It's very, very apparent here. So what happens is when you spray it, you get this burst of fruit. Now, it's supposedly orange and bergamot and pear and fig, but in the opening, what you do get is kind of like a melange of fruit. There's no definition between them. It's a fruity explosion. Whereas with this, you get a real definite melon note, and you get a real definite pineapple note. In fact, the melon note is so accurate in that you can almost tell what kind of melon it is. With this, it's as if you were making a fruit pudding where you've put sugar in a bowl and you're cooking it down. You know, you're softening it up and you're reducing it to make a sort of a coulis or something like that, where the fruit starts to break down and blend with the sugar. So you get almost like a little bit of a burnt sugary note off it, which you do with this. But what it does mean is it's very difficult to differentiate the various fruits in here. I think sometimes, you know, the orange does come out a bit, and you can almost get a crisp sort of orange note. And I think I can get pear. I'm not too sure I can find fig. It does. I mean, I haven't got a lot of figgy scents. I have Noble Fig by Ferrari, and that's quite a good note. So you kind of get it, if you like, but it's not a defined, you know, you're not going to smell it and think, oh, right, that's fig, that's pear, that's orange, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work like that. You get this really sweet, quite deep, fruity smell, which is incredibly pleasant. And what the oud does is it it's very present as well. It's not shying away. You don't have to wait for it to come. It sort of hits out quite quickly. And I think what the oud does is it stops it becoming cloying. It stops it becoming overly sweet. It gives good balance to this. It's incredibly loud to open. It projects incredibly well. It really does chuck out. Sillage off this is off the hook. It follows you around everywhere, and people will be completely aware of, you know, it's you wearing this amazing fragrance. It leaves a lovely little, it's almost like a wedding dress train following behind you as you march around. It really is quite powerful stuff, incredibly potent, and it's glorious. It kind of envelops you in a really nice way. And I think if you're looking at these, you know, the fragrances from Montale Oudmazing, you expect it to have quite a bit of volume, and this sure does. It's get a lot of bang for your buck. As it goes on, the jasmine, the patchouli leaf, becomes quite prominent. It's definitely there. Patchouli and fruit seem to mix together very well with this. Thankfully, I don't get too much of the orris because I've had my fingers burnt with orris in the past, and it's not a note that I don't dislike it. I don't think it adds a lot to something. I prefer not to see it in a note breakdown when I'm looking to buy a perfume. So to find it not being too much of the star of the show in this was quite pleasing for me. It may not be for everybody else, but you know, hey goes. At the base you have Madagascar and vanilla, you have leather, you have white musk, and you have grapes. Now, when this dries down, which does take a very long time, it's beautiful. It almost gets a little bit like Cedrat Boisé in the dry down. I wouldn't say that, you know, they smell the same, but if you're a fan of the house and you've spent time with Oudmazing, or you've spent time with Cedrat Boisé, you will notice slight similarities there. And I think that's, you know, the leather, the musk and the grapes, and obviously that lovely vanilla that they use. You do get, I think, the musk and the grapes tend to come together to make it a very sweet musk. It's beautiful, really nice, and it just lasts. You know, from start to finish, this fragrance goes on and on and on. I can wear this to work and come home from work, and I'm not looking for it, put it that way. I'm not sniffing my wrist. I'm still very much aware of it. Projection in the beginning is very loud. I think this is fun in a bottle. I really like it. This isn't a classy fragrance at all. It doesn't, you know, people aren't going to think, oh wow, you know, very classy character there. It's not, you know, you can wear anything. You could wear it dressed up. You could wear it casually. It's complete. When I'm reading reviews on it, a lot of people are saying it's very feminine leaning. No, not to me. I think this is perfect for me. I love this, and I'm not exactly the most feminine guy out there for sure. You know, the beard kind of kills that vibe, but I think it's lovely for everyone. Anyone can wear this. It's a glorious frag. You know, I would wear this anywhere and everywhere. I wear it to work. I wear it to the pub. I wear it around the house. So no problem. It's definite fun in a bottle, and I keep saying that. But if you were out at a restaurant and, you know, with your friends and stuff, and there's a rowdy table over there, the rowdy table, that's this. You know, they're the guys that are out there having a fun evening out where you're sitting there eating your tiny little portions of, you know, artistically exquisite food. There's another table over there having a great meal and a raucous night, and they're the ones that be wearing Oudmazing. So it's a shame about the bottle. The name is slightly misleading because Oudmazing, it kind of implies that the oud's the star of the show. I don't think it is. I think the oud, and it's that, you know, if you're a fan of Mancera, if you're a fan of Montale, you'll recognise the DNA of that oud smell. It's very apparent in quite a lot of the fragrances, and it's almost like a trademark smell for that house. Obviously, Pierre Montale loves that and tries to shoehorn it into everything. So with Oudmazing, it is amazing, but the oud is there to give it balance. It stops it becoming cloying. It stops it becoming overly sweet or, you know, too sickly. The oud is there to give it balance. And what I will say again is the oud is or that oud note is very prominent in the opening, in the top of the fragrance. It's there. And then what happens is as you wear it, you'll get whiffs of it. You know, the fragrance projects all the time. It doesn't take a break. But the oud does. It kind of comes in and comes out and comes in and comes out. And I quite like that because sometimes you're aware of it and sometimes you're not. So, you know, it's a bit of a journey. The fragrance isn't linear. The brightness and the citrusy and the fruits and the sugary bang happens at the beginning. And you've got that kind of very loudly for at least 2 to 3 hours. And then it starts to change and then the journey begins. and it goes on and on and on, but in a really, really nice way. This is a fragrance, I think, if you're, if you're a fan of Montale and you're a fan of Montserrat, you're gonna love this. If you're not, and you're not, you've not tried them, then you may well still like it. I would definitely not blind buy it if you don't know the houses. I would definitely get a sample on it. If you are a fan, then just blind buy it, because this is a ton of fun. This is literally a bottle of giggles. I absolutely adore this. Glad I got 100ml of it as well, because I am gonna be wearing this all the time. It's been really, really good in hot weather, and I'm sure it's going to be great in the cold as well. So I think it's an all-season fragrance. Just really, really good fun and thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. I can't think of anything really else to say about it, apart from it's really, really, really good. It's not a masterpiece, no, but it's a bloody good bottle of perfume. And I got a tester actually. I think I got this from FragranceNet. And it wasn't it wasn't cheap by any means, but it wasn't particularly expensive either. So definitely one to have a look at. And if you can get hold of it, get a sample of it. If not, bite the bullet, just blind buy it. If you like sort of Montale or Manceros. Anyway, listen, thank you very much for your time, guys. We will be back very soon with another review. I've got lots to get through. So take care, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye.